Stick around. Greg Shockley is back with us.
Hi, everyone.
From Le Creuset, celebrating their 100th anniversary.
That's right. How do you like it?
And this is a twofer. This is a pie plate and a loaf pan, but they're both fluted and they're both from Le Creuset. This is super exciting.
That's it, absolutely, David. I love our stoneware products. You know, we talk about cast iron all the time, and that's the core part of what Le Creuset is all about. But we branched out into our stoneware products years ago, and we wanted to make sure they had the same kind of characteristics, that heat retention and distribution that you get with cast iron. Now you get with thick stoneware. It cooks great. I've got a mac and cheese right here, David. Just look, if you want to make your smaller meals, I knew you were. And you
Look
get
at
amazing
that. That looks
results.
amazing.
And you know, the reason that heat distribution and retention is so important is that it holds the heat, it gives back all that heat, so you're not having hot spots, nice even cooking. And the fact that it's thick makes it really, really versatile
That is so
as well.
creamy, I thought it was mashed potatoes.
Look at that.
Oh my
Absolutely
heavens.
amazing. I love it.
Now, let me update you on what we have in the way of colors. And we have, how many total? Fewer than 2,000 total is what we have to go around. And when it's gone, gone.
Right.
So be sure and grab yours in the cerise, the French word for cherry, $5.50. Then we have it in sea salt, fewer than 400. Oyster, $300. There's the white, a color we rarely do.
This is right, in our stoneware for sure.
In stoneware or cast iron. And how many in the white? 400. Okay, and then how about the Marseille online? $250 in the Marseille. Are we going to show? Oh, we're going to show that live. Okay, there it is. There's the loaf pan. There is
our nice, beautiful lemon meringue is in there.
How big is the pie plate?
It's 9.5. So the pie is 9.5. The loaf pan is going to be 9 by 5 going this way, okay? And it's about 3 inches deep. So it's a nice portion. If you love baking, if you just love cooking overall, you're going to really love these on a day-to-day basis, or if for any kind of holiday. You know, Easter's coming up. But think about this. The presentation counts. From what you're cooking in, you're going to be happy to go to the table with this. And the fact that it's stoneware means that it keeps cold foods cold, hot foods hot. You can cook this in your oven up to 450 degrees, your broiler. You can put it in the freezer or fridge, David.
Maybe in this cold weather, you're doing a savory chicken pot pie, turkey pot pie, beef pot pie.
Anything
Whammo,
goes.
Done. And if you're serving ham and pineapple for your Easter dinner, done. This is also great for Mother's Day, family reunions, birthday parties, anything that's happening that's coming up. This is going to be great. Is that banana bread?
Yep. And you want something worthy of the great food you're going to put into it, David, right? As far as the presentation goes, chocolate banana bread. Look, it's going to release. And the great thing about this, and again, we go back to our cast iron products. We talk about how the interior has that enamel inside, which makes it easy to release. Cleanup is a snap, which I really love as well. So you can see barely anything in there. All we did is maybe put a little bit of, little spray in there. Great for release, but the results that you get, it allows you to get that perfect crust that you want on the outside, a little bit of that chew, and then on the inside is going to be absolutely fluffy and wonderful.
I mean, if you love banana bread, like most of us love banana bread, and then you throw some chocolate chips in it, well, that's just heaven. This is delightful comfort food. My problem, I have a magnet on my refrigerator that says, my problem is every food I see is comfort food.
Yeah, it is.
So this
makes me feel better, right?
Yeah,
So
right? It makes me feel better. All the food does. Now, if you're doing a lattice-topped fruit pie, lovely.
Yep.
If you're doing a what we call an icebox pie, like this
Oh, that's right.
lemon pie.
That's the one that we have right there, right?
Yeah, or you're doing a cheesecake in here, lovely. And you need, can we come down and shoot the profile? Because I want you to see how deep this is. This is a deep pie plate and deep muffin pan.
It's about 2.5 inches, so the capacity is great. You can make your homemade crust in there. You can pre-bake that and then add your filling. And again, in this case, that's what you're going to do because that's a icebox pie. Now, I want to point out one thing too. If you just take a look, this is our beautiful cerise. You can see again, remember 9 by 5, but the edges are all fluted. And I don't know if you can see this or not, look at the thickness. Now, you might see other stoneware products out there or tried some and they were fragile and maybe you hit it on the corner of a table and it broke. Not with this one. This is nice and thick. The bottom we have unfinished because we wanted to make sure that going in and out of the oven that it's going to grip a little bit. So you can see we've got the Le Creuset embossed right in there. And as far as the toughness goes, listen to that. You can hear how strong that is.
You know what else I noticed in this fluting? The ombre.
Yep.
I noticed the darker color around the fluting and then the lighter red as you go a little deeper into the muffin pan. Right. That is a hallmark of the Le Creuset line.
It is, of our cast iron products. So if you're, if you love the cerise like David does, it's his color. It's going to match all of his cast iron products as well. So everything's a match.
500 of these are out the door.
All right.
500 out the door. Many people need a pie plate. You might have a muffin pan, but you may not have a pie plate, or you don't have two that match, a pie plate and a muffin pan. We have this in the cerise, which is the French word for cherry. We have only 400 remaining. This is sea salt, one of the newer colors. Fewer than 300. Then oyster, fewer than 200. There's the white, 350 in the white. And finally, we have the Marseille blue, named after the southern port city of France, only 150 of those in the Marseille blue. Now, if you're doing a frittata, a quiche, whatever you may be doing, and I know the cost of eggs right now, sky high.
Right.
But this is worth your time and your effort, right?
Right, it is. And David, look at the interior. Now, this is eggs. Remember, this is a frittata. This is largely all eggs, not even any crust. Look how clean the side of that is with eggs. You would think a lot of other dishes this is going to stick. This comes off nice and easy, so it's going to be perfect for you.
We are super excited about this. And Mr. Shockley, nice
David.
to have you back in our studios.
Thank you so much for having me.
Always a pleasure to see you. And stay on the line for the pie plate and the loaf pan combo. You get both pieces for that great sale price. Now, I did want to make mention of my shoes, and these